Hello and welcome to the February arrivals video here on Clydebridge station. Now, yesterday the 23rd of February 2019 I was over at Model Rail Scotland in Glasgow and I met a couple of friends there, David Hennessy from the Rainhill Model Railway Club in St Helens and David Watson, who runs the excellent Dean Park station layout here on YouTube. I was there seeing a lot of the models. It's gave me a couple of ideas that I still need, and the show allowed me to purchase some stuff, perhaps a little bit more than what I was planning to buy, but hey ho. And it also allowed me to get a locomotive checked that I'd recently bought that hasn't been working right, but a stall there got it working, and what we're now going to be doing is getting it checked over by a model shop, but more on that later on. Now, when I go shopping to Tesco's or Sainsbury's with my mum, I'll guarantee we'll get home and my mum will say to me, guess what we forgot to get? And that is actually true in this case here, because I went and forgot to get something at Model Rail Scotland yesterday. Cable trunking. But I will get some very soon. So, don't worry, don't panic, don't worry, that's going to be getting addressed in the near future. But in the very near future, we're going to get on and show you some of the arrivals that I've brought here to Clydebridge station. Any comments, queries or suggestions, leave them in the comments box, please. Thank you very much for watching in advance. No, the retaining wall hasn't got any higher. That's just me showing you that I've actually got the last bit of Gauge Master retaining walling that I needed to fill in that gap there. And what's going to happen is I've been able to measure it, and I reckon it'll be about that. So it'll be this section here, will get cut out, and it should just hopefully slide into place there. And that'll then complete that retaining wall there. And I'll be able to start ballasting, gluing the ballast down on this bit here as well, because this bit hasn't been glued down yet. This bit has, this bit has, this bit hasn't yet. And that'll then complete that bit there. So that was one purchase that I've made. I mentioned to you that the rugby ground had been moved and I was going to put something else in here in its place. And I've got the first of these items. Now, this is actually a Ten Commandments product. First time I've bought a Ten Commandments product. It's a ceramic one. I'll probably have to glue it into place. And as you can see there, it's probably the side or the back of a industrial retail unit. What my plan is to paint that door yellow, paint this bit probably brown or a brick colour, paint this bright red, B&Q red, and that's going to become the side of a branch of B&Q. And that'll start to fill this bit out. The plan then is obviously something I'll have to get put in there and then painted black to form a sort of surface eventually. So there'll probably be more than one of these getting installed here. I'll have to put some there to simulate a garden centre or something, and then put another unit here and pull another unit. So I'll be buying these items through time. But that's definitely the first bit that I've got there. So we've got that, that'll be B&Q, and we've got that to complete that bit there. So this is things that will be getting done over the coming months with regards to structures. These are not glued into position yet, but you obviously know that one has already been there. But Bachmann had a stall yesterday at Model Rail Scotland, and interestingly enough they were selling these low relief buildings which normally retail about £30. They were selling them off for £10 each, so I picked just 3, and this is actually where they're going to sit in the end. Stewart Sports, Rocket Runs Records and Garnham's Getaways. And it gives a bit more variety to the street scene. I had thought about putting that bookshop along there, but I've now decided it'll be better there. And it just formed a natural corner around for those 3 buildings there. My plan is obviously to try and get more buildings in the future, including one of these accountants buildings again, but change that so that it's maybe a bank, and I'm thinking of something like the Royal Bank of Scotland or Barclays, and having that on there instead. But these 3 buildings, I've not glued them into position yet, you could see there. But that allows part of the street scene to be completed there. Now while we're here, you remember those Hornby coaches that I had from the old layout, Glasgow City, and they were absolutely crap because the couplings... Well, this is actually what I'm referring to. These are the couplings here. That was the bit that slotted underneath the coach, and then this obviously went into the pocket there, but it wasn't actually fixed. It wasn't actually part of the same moulding. It was just one thing that slotted in, and then this would go into there, and it had a tendency to drop out. I don't know why Hornby persisted with that. Anyway, at Model Rail Scotland yesterday, I was hoping to get 2 intercity coaches and a blue-grey coach, but nobody had a blue and grey TSO Mark IIF, so I've had to actually go for a second rake of intercity coaches similar to this one here. So I've now got my 2 intercity rakes, Bachmann ones, and you could see there they're held in with pipe couplings with the normal couplers at each end of the rake to allow a locomotive to pull them, or for the shunter to shunt them. So I'm quite satisfied with that. The old Hornby coaches are now in the bucket as well. They're absolutely crap. So, and it's an RFB, TSO and BSO. It means that I've now got 2 intercity rakes. As I say, I would have liked to have actually been able to get a blue-grey one. Sadly that wasn't the case. Maybe I could have actually got a blue-grey BSO instead, but hey ho. So that I've got these now, so I'll just have to make do with blue-grey ScotRail Mark IIs when I do get around to buying them. Got some stuff here from 10 Commandments. We've got 2 things here. These are depot signs. Quite a huge variety of signs on there. These ones, danger overhead live wires, won't be needed, but these ones await instructions will probably be useful for when trains are actually waiting to leave the depot. No unauthorised persons beyond this point. We've got these ones here which will be brought for the end of stations, and these ones here bi-directional work will actually be good on the track as well, because both tracks are going to be bi-directional, so good to have got them. There's obviously all sorts of various signs here. All visitors must report to the office. So I've got signs that I'll need to actually try and make up with plastic card at some point in the future and get these stuck on. Now the pillars I'm going to use to stick them on, this is a bizarre one, but wait till you hear this. I'm going to use cocktail sticks, break off the ends of them, the pointy ends, paint them grey, and I could glue the plastic card on with these on, and then glue them into position. So I think I've actually got a couple of sheets of signs in there, and these are from 10 Commandments. It's the first time I've dealt with them, so if you look on 10 Commandments Rail, and you'll be able to get details. You might just got a quick glimpse of the address there, by the way. If I could just stress to you right now that the address you see there is not open to the public, and the public are not permitted to go to those premises. It only deals with customers online or at shows, so you cannot actually physically go into his premises. These ones here are speed signs. As I say, I've not opened these packets yet, but there's a whole variety of signs there and boards to stick them on. But I'll obviously be doing what I've done with these as well, just using some pillars as well, made out of cocktail sticks to be able to stick them on, and that'll be creating some signs that will be suitable for both the depot and obviously the ends of the platforms as well. I'll probably try and give that a go at one point in the near future as well. I say I haven't actually opened the packets yet, but it does actually state on there, cutout required, and fit to card or plastic card backing not supplied with PVA glue. The completed sign may then be located into a plastic card pole and mounted onto the layout. So, well, there we go. So we've got some options there. Now, there's more rolling stock purchased at Model Rail Scotland yesterday, and obviously there's a couple of other things I've recently bought as well that I didn't buy at Model Rail Scotland that you haven't seen yet, so we'll get them all up for you. 2/3 of a parcels train, yep. This is an NKV, and we've got here, this is not actually a travelling post office van, but it's a stowage van, an NTX van. Now, I'm going to just get down here and show you that the detailing on these from Bachmann is very, very good. And you just along like that, and I'll zoom back out again. Here we go. Now, the stowage van did not come with pipe couplers, but this did. I don't know why. I've actually coupled the pipe couplers to between the two, and I've kept the spare couplers in case I need to actually put those back in again. I haven't actually run this on the layout yet, but that will take place very soon. There is still going to be another vehicle. I couldn't get a Mark 1 BG yesterday in blue grey livery at Model Rail Scotland, which I was really surprised about. But when I do get one eventually, it'll sit here. That'll come out and it'll be a pipe coupling connecting this and the BG, and this will be the parcels train formed. So Clydebridge station will now have a parcels service as well. The level of detail on them all is good here. We've got the ETH connections as well on the stowage van. Now, the last purchases that I made at Model Rail Scotland are all was a locomotive, but I've actually bought 3 locomotives recently which haven't been put on the layout yet. One of them is DCC fitted, but there's a problem with it running, and I'll get that up. The other 2 are waiting their chips, and that'll be done at the end of February. So what I'll do is I'll move these out of the way, and we'll get the locomotives up with the power obviously switched off to the layout so you can see them. All the colours of the rainbow, well, almost. This is the one that I bought at Model Rail Scotland. I'll come to that in a minute, but this is the one that was featured in a previous video showing you how to buy a loco on eBay. And this is 47628 Sir Daniel Gooch in Great Western Railway green, and it was painted by British Rail into this livery in 1985 for the 150th anniversary celebrations of the GWR. The level of detail on the livery is absolutely superb, and it's got the white wheels as well, simulating this as it would have been in 1985. The locomotive does not have a decoder fitted yet, and that's going to get done at the end of the month, and then that'll be ready to run on the layout. This was the other purchase recently from eBay, but it's been a bit more problematic. 47474 Sir Rowland Hill, which is in the BR Parcels livery, dating this layout to about 1990. It's got a decoder fitted and it was bought second hand, but it actually got programmed by myself as 474 on the programming track, but it was working okay with a grinding noise, and then after about a minute or so it stopped working, and it's fitted with a Hornby decoder, not a Bachmann decoder. I couldn't get the body off, and that explains why there's some glazing missing, because I couldn't get the bloody the body off. So the glazing, I think, is actually in there, and that'll actually have to get put back on. But at Model Rail Scotland yesterday, a stall I went to deals with DCC actually reset the decoder, and eventually they got this thing working again on number 3. So what I'm now going to have to try and do is get the locomotive to my local model shop, which is going to happen on Saturday, and get them to have a right good look at it and see what's happening. But it certainly is running again. Hopefully we can get it running. A worst case scenario might actually be to buy a Bachmann chassis and then take the body off this and get it onto a new Bachmann chassis. That is another option open to me. But those two are the eBay purchases. Now this last one, you might be surprised that I've got a rail freight locomotive on here. This is 47599. It was purchased yesterday by myself at Model Rail Scotland, and it was from a stall called Rainbow Railways, I believe is the name of the company. It could be Rainbow Repaints, but I'm sure it's Rainbow Railways. And they specialise in repainting these machines and renumbering them. Now, I was actually chatting to a couple of mates of mine on Facebook recently, and I was saying about my collection of Motive Power Monthlies. I've actually seen a photo from 1989 of Rail Freight Metals 47/4 hauling a TransPennine train from Liverpool to Newcastle. And it was this particular loco. And I'd said I was looking on eBay at some 47s in Rail Freight Metals livery numbered 47359 with a plan to possibly buy one and renumber it. And by a remarkable coincidence yesterday, this was here. It was actually at Model Rail Scotland 47599 in Rail Freight Metals livery. You might be surprised that I'm buying this sort of thing because there's not going to be any freight trains on the layout. Well, I know there won't be freight trains on the layout, but what tended to happen was, mainly at weekends, Rail Freight 47/4s were made available for use by the intercity sector, particularly when electric services had to get dragged on non-electrified sections. ETH and air conditioning was therefore still required, and these machines were capable of doing the job. That's an important point to stress here. They were never actually, the electric train heating was not isolated. It was still made available for use when they were hired intercity at weekends, or when they were, shall we say, inverted commas, borrowed, close inverted commas, by the passenger sectors. So 47599 will be hauling mainly regional railways and internal ScotRail trains, and possibly the parcels train up there. So that's the three locomotives that I've got. Obviously this one is a little, I'm still got a wee bit of concern about, but that model shop, that model stall yesterday at Model Rail Scotland managed to get the thing working and reset it to 3, but getting his body off has been a bugger. But as I say, that could be an option open to me, is get another Bachmann chassis and get somebody who's good at this sort of thing. They know who they are, by the way. Let's just give you a clue. They've got a model railway layout set in the same region and era on YouTube. And maybe get them to swap the chassis over and then run it in and get a new, and get the decoder put back on it. So that's one option open to me. It is actually been reset by that stall to position 3. Probably have to end up putting a new Bachmann decoder in it. So hopefully by the time of the February update, these 3 locos will be operational. And if you think about it then, I'll have 1 loco under there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll have 11 47s. Only 4 more that I need to get, I want to get, one of which will carry Network South East livery. So that's all the purchases that I made at Model Rail Scotland. So I'm not going to be purchasing much in the way of rolling stock for a little while, but I'll see what I can get at the Glenrothes Model Railway show in May, and I'll hopefully be able to attend that. And if I do, I'll get something and I'll send the camcorder along to show you what was there as well. So that does complete this video here, and very soon you'll be able to see these arrivals all operating, and through the course of the next few weeks, months, we'll be getting these all dealt with too. So all it remains for me to do is to thank you very much for watching this, and please enjoy your model railway layout, and do check out the layouts that I've suggested to you in the past. Dean Park Station, Everard Junction, New Junction, Dudley Central, Kirkton Road Junction and Double O Rail are among the ones that I've been watching. And don't forget also Strathpeffer Junction. We'll all be glad of your support. I shall see you next month when I'll have made some slow progress here on the layout. In the meantime, thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye for now.